The inverted pendulum is the classic exercise in control theory. It's taken me several videos to get here. A frame I cut from 2020 aluminium extrusion, a belt-driven card, a custom PCB, a 3D printed pendulum with the angle sensor built into the pivot. This is now all of it running at once. Last time the card damped the hanging pendulum, and gravity did most of the work. Hanging is a stable equilibrium. Cut the loop and the pendulum still finds its way back to rest. Feedback just made it faster. Upright, gravity switches sides. Every bit of lean pulls the pole toward more lean, faster. Stop listening for a quarter of a second and it's over. On paper, it's one sign. Not a new equation of motion, the same one as in my last video about active damping, but linearized around the top instead of the bottom. Hanging, gravity fought every lean. Upright, the same term feeds it. For the controller, that sign costs a lot. Hanging, it was one line. Upright, it takes 4 gains: pole angle, pole speed, card position, card speed. And the control law is actually the easy part. The sensor only gives the angle, so the pole speed has to be estimated on the fly. And the loop itself is late. The card decides what to do 500 times a second, but the angle it decides on is about 10 milliseconds old, and the motor takes another 12 to answer. That lateness, not the sampling rate, is what the gains were designed around. Delays I measured, not guessed. All that machinery for a pendulum of about 19 centimeters effective length. But short is exactly the problem. Short means fast. Left alone, a lean doubles roughly every 1/10 of a second. And the rig is very short the other way too. Every catch is paid for in card travel, with the risk of running into the ends. The card is never still. Measure, decide, correct. 500 times a second, most of it invisible. What you're watching took nearly 400 years to become possible. No hand could do this, nothing to grip but a free bearing, and by the time your eye reports the lean, it has doubled. Each decision the card makes is simple, 4 numbers multiplying 4 measurements. The ingenuity is everything behind them, centuries of it. Laws of motion, the calculus to write them down, the theory of feedback to turn them around, the craft to sense a fraction of a degree, and a motor quick enough to answer. And underneath it all, Galileo's claim that small swings keep the same time. The machine never leaves the small. Every lean grows alike, and the same 4 numbers catch them all. Galileo never saw a pendulum stand, but his isochronism, true only in the small, is what holds this one up. 4 minutes 36 seconds. The run doesn't end on its own. Pole still up, I cut it on purpose. Now, how it reacts to a disturbance. 5 pushes by hand during the same run. The recoveries all have the same shape. The pole gets knocked a degree or 2 over, the cart dives after it to get back under the lean, and the angle is inside its quiet band again in well under a second. The hardest push was 4 degrees. Right at the rim of the 5-degree cone, which is possible to control within our hardware constraints. That push cost 89 millimeters of rail and 1.8 seconds. It still came back. One more experiment. Prediction first. The controller was designed from the pendulum's period and its length. Mass appears nowhere in it. That's the other half of Galileo's old claim. A pendulum's swing doesn't care what it weighs, carried through the math. So loading the tip shouldn't matter. A clamp and a bag at the tip, and 4 steel bearings dropped in one at a time during the run. Each landing knocks the pole over a degree. It catches everyone. Note that even with just the clamp and the empty bag up there, the loop is already calmer. Less chatter, less travel. Every bearing takes it further, and fully loaded, a hard push comes back quieter than it did on the bare pole. Mass doesn't matter, the prediction held. But mass at the tip isn't only mass. It drags the pendulum's balance point outward, which makes the pole effectively longer. The empty clamp is already enough to do that. And longer is slower, and slower is easier to balance. The test I designed to change nothing actually made the rig better. Back to the shot that started this video. I was going to call this Stillness. Watch it for a moment. It isn't. The cart never stops. A dozen small moves every second, and you can hear every one. The pole isn't resting up there. It's falling always, and being caught again and again before the fall can grow. Hanging, rest is free. Cut the loop, and the pendulum finds it on its own. Upright, there is no rest. That sound you're hearing is what holds the pole up. And notice, this entire video happened inside 5 degrees. That's the small angle world. The part of Galileo's isochronism claim that's true, where every lean behaves like every other and the same 4 numbers catch them all. Next time, the cart throws the pendulum up there by itself, from hanging straight down, through the wide angles where swings linger and the small angle shortcut stops working, out of Galileo's world for good, with the loop you watched today waiting at the top for the last 5 degrees to make the catch. Thanks for watching and see you next time.